Hello. Okay, so this one is for my cancers, obviously, and this is just gonna be a positive message just to um push you forward, some insight, different it's just to give you like a personal power for you to really like benefit yourself and do better and stuff like that. So with cancers, what I'm because it's crazy, like this is like a weird spread. So if you look in the spread, I'm gonna put it down. If you look in the spread, you see how all this positive shit is on the outside, but behind it, it's like if you know the if when I'm gonna explain the cards, you're gonna know what I mean. But I'm feeling like on the outside, it looks like you got everything that you want, everything that you need. Like everybody's like, oh my god, like you get so much attention for what you push out, and so much positivity, like that, like what comes from it. But it doesn't really fulfill your heart the way that you want your life to be fulfilled. And I think that's the thing that you're struggling with. You're doing things for things outside of you to make you feel good inside when you know in your heart it doesn't really matter to you. It's like that world thing. And then we have the fish in reverse. So when I see this fish in reverse, I see this is you trying to mold to the people outside of you, trying to swim in front of like a sea full of fish, people that are really stank. They're really not for you, and you know they're not for you, but you keep fucking with them. Like you know they're not for you, so it's like why do you keep fucking with them? Like they're not benefiting you at all. And then when I was shuffling cards, the cards was flipping. So it's like people might be flipping on you, or you might always flip on your friends, and your friends might always flip on you. And it's like you know that that's not how friends are. And then we have the Four of Pentacles right here. So I'm getting like something you're attached to. You're attached to something that you can't let go in the physical world. So probably like a dream. And I'm getting this thing. I think the overall thing of this is like you need to sit back and evaluate yourself, but don't be harsh on yourself. Because this is a positive reading. Like this is not to be harsh on yourself. This is just to evaluate yourself. It's not even evaluate yourself because you know yourself. This is just to evaluate your life and be like, okay, what do I want for myself? What do I want for myself? What do I want for my heart? What do I want? Do like what type of honey do I want to be like given? You know what I mean? Like what makes my heart pump? What makes my heart sweet? What makes me feel comfortable? You need to evaluate all these things because probably what makes you feel comfortable, it looks good to everybody else, but you go home and you feel like shit, you know what I mean? And that's not healthy to be like, and you know that because you're in this constant bout of I'm gonna keep moving forward, like something's good is gonna happen, something is gonna come, and then you just feel like it never comes, but it's because you have to switch up what you're attached to, you have to switch up what you're giving your emotions into, what you're giving your mind to, what you're compromising with, what you're getting knowledge from, you know what I mean? What you're giving your attention, your star power to. You know what I mean? Like if you get attention from something, like okay, so how can I profit off of this? How can this make my life better for me emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially? You know what I mean? There's a transition that you have to make. There's a transition that you have to make to evaluate yourself so you can push forward in your mentality. It's your mentality. You know what I mean? And you're not happy with all this because you get a lot of attention from the outside world and the people around you. You receive a lot of gifts, you receive a lot of opportunities, but it's like, but then it's like you always hit this dissension, but the dissension always bring positivity in some type of way. It's like you like something bad happens, but you get positivity from it, so then you be stuck with this person, place, or thing outside of you because it brings you good attention, but you go home and you feel like shit, like you know what I mean? And that's worse. That's the worst thing for a cancer because cancer like to feel comfortable. But it's because you keep molding to the people, places, and things outside, and you need to do what feels good for your heart. What feels good with your heart. Fuck all the outside things. Do not, do not stay attached to this. And don't try to. You see, you always fighting and keeping going, and then you put it out like it's a pretty thing. Like I keep fighting, but no, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I want to relax. I want to relax. I want to be calm. I want to be happy. I don't want to go out and everybody think I'm happy because I'm out and I got this, that, and third. Like, no, I want to go home and be happy. I want to be satisfied. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm getting. But it's not this thing of like, don't be harsh on yourself. It's this, I think the message is to really look at yourself, evaluate yourself and the people, places, things that you're surrounding with. There might be some things that you have to cut off, some things you have to transform, something that you have to leave behind. You have to change your emotions, the way you're floating. What rivers are you like floating on? What emotions what emotions are driving you? You know, is it the emotions to be noticed? Is it the emotions to be seen, or is it the emotions to be happy and emotional and emotionally fulfilled? You know what I mean? And this is the mental thing you have to transform. But I'm getting this really energy of being soft with yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. You know what I mean? And just really judge yourself so you can rise above. Like, make yourself rise above. Don't wait for somebody to give you a come up. Don't wait for somebody to come give you something. No, you give it to yourself because you don't need nobody else. So you don't need nobody else. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting for you. Just step into your personal power, really evaluate yourself and maybe the others around you, because if they can't rise above, then you have to rise above and leave them. It is what it is. Stop like molding yourself in like a sea full of fish and people that are stank and really like artificial, and like really step into like what makes you happy, you know, and what makes you feel good, what makes your blood keep going and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I got for you, and I hope that helps.